Hey up me loves, I'm Nat and welcome to my new channel, Nat at North. So, belated Merry Christmas to everybody on my channel. It is Boxing Day, so I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday celebrating with all family and friends, and I hope you get a bit of a chance to relax today. So today we're going to get into a music reaction video with a very well-known Canadian alternative rock band called the Barenaked Ladies. I received a little bit of inspiration through this because every year me and my family go to the Canadian Railway Christmas train that actually goes throughout the whole of Canada. So it kind of starts out on the east coast and continues all the way to the west, stopping off at towns and all cities all over Canada, and they actually have a concert on the train. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll post a little picture of it now so you can kind of get the vibe. And this year the headliners were the Barenaked Ladies, and I actually had no idea that I knew a lot of their songs, so I just thought we'd delve into those today together. I just wanted to give you a little bit of history about the Barenaked Ladies and how they began their journey to worldwide fame. So they are a Canadian alternative rock band. They were actually formed in 1988 in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, and they're known for their songs being, you know, very alternative rock, a bit of folk in there as well, a little bit of rap too, but most importantly, they are very witty, very comedic with their lyrics and their lines, and they have like very energetic live performances and catchy melodies. So that is, I think if I was to form a band, that just sounds right on par for Nat North, because I'm very sarcastic and I love a good laugh. So this is the perfect reaction, I feel like. So the band is made up of 5 members: Stephen Page, who does lead vocals and guitar, as well as Ed Roberts, who does vocals and guitar. And the reason I wanted to focus on those 2 guys is because the 2 songs we're going to be looking into today, they actually did write. They did actually find quite a lot of fame, and they shot to the charts in the mid-90s to late 90s. And they are one of the most successful musical exports from Canada, and they've had a lot of success also over in the UK and the US. So I did have a little bit of a challenge trying to find the official music video for If I Had $1 Million. So my research brought me to the Juno Awards. So this is the Juno Awards from 2018. It actually took place in Vancouver, which is where I'm from. So I thought that was a sign to do this reaction to a live version. And the band were actually inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, and they were invited onto the Juno Awards just to do some of the favourite songs and the ones that they're most well known for. And of course it was presented by the legendary Michael Bublé. So we will get into a music reaction with one of his songs at a later date, because he is from Vancouver and he's very, very well known over here. But in the meantime, I just thought this would be a really fun reaction to do. So If I Had $1 Million was actually written by Stephen Page and Ed Roberts in 1991. They did feature that on one of their cassette tapes, the Yellow Tapes, but it was pre-recorded for one of the albums later on called Gordon in 1992. And it's playful, it's humorous in its lyrics and its presentation, and it's just like a really big crowd pleaser. They actually chant and sing along to the chorus line. So it's just been a big hit, honestly, all around the world. And then the second song that they're going to do today was actually from 1998, and it's called 1 Week. I had no idea. So again, it was written by Stephen and Ed, and I thought that it was about like a lover's tiff, but they actually had an argument and they had a lot of creative tension around the time they wrote this. It's just about a rapid firing of thoughts and emotions. And it also has some pop culture references, which is still popular to date. 1 Week was their biggest international hit and a global sensation. So without any further ado, let's get into this video.
The newest members of the Canadian Music Hall of Fame, the Barenaked Ladies.
It's been 1 week since you left with me. Tuck your head in the side and set a man brain. 5 days since you laughed at me. Saying, get that together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realize that's my fault, but couldn't tell you yesterday you were giving me. But it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry. Hope your mama wants to look wink, cause I make you stop think. You're looking at that woman. Some fish to the dish, although I like China, since I like sushi. Never touch a frying pan hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like the and rhyme. Symbolic value. Bird Campbell's got the mad hits. Trying to match wits. Trying to hold me, but I bust through.
Wow. So already they've obviously not spoken for a week, have they? Because they're all pissed off at each other. And again, I just find this even more hilarious, the fact that I thought it was a lover's tiff this whole time, but it actually was the creative differences and the tension between Steve and Ed. I just find that hilarious. So it's been 1 week since you looked at me. So they've obviously not talking for weeks. They're in a mood. Cocked your head to the side and said that I'm angry. I just love that lyric. I think it's amazing. It's just hilarious. I love the way that they actually bring a lot of humour into their lyrics and into kind of even the stage presence. I mean, looking at the stage right now, I just love it. They're a proper Canadian band. They're all on their instruments. And even in the background, it seems to be like almost like a comic strip with just totally random things on. And then I realised it's my fault, but I couldn't tell you. So there's a little bit of pride playing into that as well. So I feel as though the person that is singing this has a little bit of an issue with saying sorry, because it'll be still 2 days till I say I'm sorry, even though you've forgiven me. Never really listened to this song and like really thought about the lyrics. It's always just been a really fun, happy tune. It's one where, you know, you're in a pub or you're in a bar and it just makes you feel elated and it just gives you energy. That's kind of my feeling when I've ever listened to this tune in the past. And this song as well is very well known in the UK.
Oh, you bird cat's got the mad hits, trying to match wits, trying to hold me but I bust through. Gonna make a break and take a pick, I like us thinking.
Love this.
It's finest of the flavors. See the show cause you need to go for the go, it's gonna go cause it's being easy and I'm son of weaver. You can't help it if you think you're funny when you're mad. Trying not to smile or feel bad. I'm the kind of guy that laughs if you can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to work my mind, I'm a scene. Have a history of taking off my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. 2 years in the air as if you're crazy. 5 days since you took on me. I still got the road runs on both my knees. It's been 3 days since you afternoon. You realize it's not my fault, no one please to miss a day. You forgive what we see. Now I sit back and I wait until you say a story.
Oh, I love the jacket. Sparkle Queen. Love it. Love this.
China, the Chinese chicken.
My favorite.
The Chinese chicken. You have to come stick. Brain stops sticking. Watching X-Files and the lights on. Weird on the laser. Smoky man's in this one. The camera's in cold. I'm getting frantic at a steam 10 trick. See, it's guaranteed to satisfy.
They're having a blast, man. You can tell.
Did it have a samurai? You get a set better cups behind the camera, tiny enough so minds are always flying up the backswing. Did into me sending Lucas like a tuner's got the boom anime bass. Maybe think the wrong thing. I can't help it if you think you're funny when you're mad. Trying hard not to smile or feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I feel. You soon will. Have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I'm history of losing my shirt. 1 week.
So there's just so much in that, and again I'm just trying to keep up, but one of my favourite lines here is, can I just say as well, they just look like they're having an absolute blast. I just think that it really shows, like, obviously we've got the lyrics of the songs. I've not seen a lot of the music videos as well, so that's something I'll have to delve into at another time, but they literally, it just shows the personality of the band. Like, they're not taking themselves too seriously, and it's just really fun to watch, and it's really uplifting. I just love this, honestly. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Well, I get that a lot, to be honest with you. So if you think I'm funny now, you want to see me when I'm mad. Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. So this person obviously knows that he's in the wrong, doesn't want to say sorry, knows that he's in the wrong, and it's stubbornness, isn't it? It's just pride. And maybe with this too, because it was between two guys, it's the male pride playing into this. I just want to backtrack here as well. Just a lyric that I've never seen before. I do sometimes put the lyrics in front of me, especially when I know that there's a fast song, just so that I can keep up. And I find this really interesting. So, got to see the show because then you'll know the vertigo is gonna grow because it's so dangerous. You'll have to sign a waiver. So I'm just also wondering, because they're going through, you know, a little bit of turmoil and a little bit of disagreements and just not being on the same page creatively, you know, around the time they wrote the song. This is obviously what the song is about. I'm just wondering if they perhaps had shows together and there has been a little bit of an atmosphere and it's made them feel just really not present and in the moment because of the anger, because of the upset and the sadness perhaps, and the pride. So I just find that really interesting there. Been 1 week since you looked at me, threw your arms up in the air and said, "You're crazy." Yeah, emotions sometimes get the better of us, and I'm not going to lie, like, some people have told me that I'm crazy before, and they're not wrong. They are not wrong here, people. Again, we're doing the referencing of the week, but we're at 5 days now. So 5 days till you tackled me. I've still got the rug burns on both my knees. It's been there 3 days since the afternoon. You realised it's not my fault, not a moment too soon. Ooh, so there's been a lot of anger there. I find that is quite genius, those lines. Perhaps the rug burns as well. It's kind of burnt his pride because he knows he's got to say sorry, and maybe he screwed up there. So maybe that's a reference to the rug burns, that it's still there. Okay, let's listen to the rest of the song.
And understand what I feel just too well. I've a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I miss the real blues in my shirt. 1 week to look to me. Up to the side and say I'm sorry. 5 days to laugh at you. Said you just did just what I thought you were gonna do. 3 days for the big bird. Real I'm supposed to blame for what we please you. Yesterday you dishonored me. So there's still been 2 days till we say we're sorry. Still been 2 days till we say we're sorry. 2 days till we say we're sorry. First class stadium, home of the Robbie.
Yes. Still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry. So they've not said sorry yet. None of them.
Everybody, that's Andy Cregan.
Here we go.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a house. Well, I would
Love
buy
it.
you a house. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you furniture for your house. Maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a cake car and a nice reliant automobile. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love.
I'd buy your love. Oh, that is a great lyric. So yeah, $1 million. So let's just backtrack here. I believe this song was written in 1992. And in 1992, I actually had to Google this because I knew I was going to do this reaction. But $1 million, like obviously if somebody gave me $1 million, I would be absolutely elated and ecstatic. But you know, back then, $1 million was quite a lot of money. Not to say that isn't now, but I live in Vancouver. So $1 million is probably not going to get you very much, even if you were to buy a house, because of the cost of living crisis, which we can get into it in another video. But yeah, so I've actually Googled it. What would $1 million be in 2015? It's about 2.38 million. That'd probably be able to get you something really nice in Vancouver. So let's just go with that premise, okay? So yeah, all the good stuff. I mean, this guy just knows how to schmooze a woman. So we've got the house, we've got the car. I don't know what a K car is. I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look that up. But most importantly, I would buy your love, which honestly is quite sad. It's such an uplifting song, but it made me quite sad, like, listening to that lyric. So yeah, we've got the house, we've got all the good stuff. What's he going to buy us next, people?
I'd buy your love. If I had $1 million, I'd build a tree farm in our yard. If I had $1 million, you could help me, wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million, maybe we could put like a little tiny fridge in there somewhere. We'd invite all our friends, folks, and they open up the fridge and all the food would go bad. But I wouldn't care, I'd eat it anyways. All the balloons. Well, you're welcome to the stage. A whole bunch of people. I know some of them. Look at that.
Oh yes, they've got everybody on.
All right.
Oh yes, this makes it even better.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat, that's true.
Oh.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you an exotic pet. Yep, like a llama or an emu. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you John Merrick's remains. Ooh, all them crazy elephant bones. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love.
Oh, I love it.
Everybody say, if I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to walk to the store. If I had $1 million, we'd take a limousine 'cause it costs more. If I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat Kraft dinner.
I love Kraft
Come on,
dinner.
30 years now, Kraft. Isn't it time for a sponsorship? Would you all be willing to sing along?
Oh, we've had all sorts in there, haven't we? The fur coat. I love the fact that they brought everybody out because it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just positive thinking of, oh, how could money change our lives? And I think it's just interesting to see the stage, and there's just so many different types of people on there, all different ethnicities, all different ages, and it's something that everyone has in common. You know, having money in this current day and age, and you know, to a certain extent, even back then, it is definitely a thing. And you always do wonder, oh, you know, if I had a lot of money, if I had 2.38 million in 2015, how could that impact my life? How can that change? And it's about the dreaming, isn't it? All these people have been dreamers in the past to even be able to be part of the journey and get on that stage. It's because they dreamt of that. I just find this is really inspiring, the fact that everyone stood together, and it's, you know, it's the common denominator, isn't it? My favourite reference is to the Kraft dinner, because this is a little bit of a joke in my household. Anytime I give my kids Kraft dinner, for those people that don't know, it's kind of like just boxed, it's kind of like a mac and cheese, and it has this like weird powdery stuff that you just add milk and butter to, whatever, and you just pop it in. It's a quick fix, okay? It's a quick fix. It's very, very cheap. It fills you up. It does the job. I always think it's a mum fail anytime that maybe we've not got groceries in and I've just not had a chance to do the grocery shop, or you know, when you just had a day and you just cannot be bothered to cook, and I put the Kraft dinner out. The kids absolutely love it, but it's definitely, for me, it's a mum fail. And as an adult, especially when I was in schooling in the UK, I didn't really have Kraft dinner, but yeah, it was that quick, it was the carbs, it's just hilarious. So yeah, I think that is one of my favourite lines, the Kraft dinner. I do like a good walk to the store, I must admit. I do love a good walk, so that would be bougie. Could you imagine just getting a limousine just to go to your local shop, or just go to the pub or the corner store? Oh, I bet that's like how Mariah Carey feels. We can only but dream, people. Being English, and of course now Canadian with the ketchup chips. There is reference to ketchup here, which I didn't even know. I've never picked up on this before. As it goes, they do say, and buy really expensive ketchups with it. So that's right, all the fanciest Dijon ketchup. I guess that I'm just a simple girl, guys. I just like regular ketchup. I just like walking to the store. So yeah, maybe if I won 2.38 million today, I'd just use it in different ways. I don't know. Maybe a chef or something, so I don't have to bloody cook. And then think that I'm a mum fail when I have to put the bloody Kraft dinner on. So fingers crossed there.
Everybody, this jam is amplified, so just slide and let your backbone slide.
Oh, I love this.
Here we go. Repeat after me. If I had $1 million, sing it. Well, I'd buy you a green dress, but not a real green dress. That's true. If I had $1 million, come on. Well, I'd buy you some art, a Picasso or a Garfunkel. If I had okay, just leave it to the key. Well, I'd buy you a monkey. I bet you always wanted a monkey. If I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. Everybody sing!
It's a celebration.
If I had $1
thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't know about you guys. Buying me a monkey. It just really reminds me of like Michael Jackson had that monkey called Bubbles. Do you know what? I think if I was like single without kids, I'd definitely want a monkey. They're super cute. I could dress it up. It'd be like my little Barbie. Oh my God, I get so much attention down the street. But I kind of already have 2 little monkey lads. So I think just adding a third one to the mix might be a little bit too much for me. Love the reference to Picasso and Garfunkel. I love art, so that would be very fitting for me. I mean, this guy just knows what he's talking about. He knows how to schmooze his woman, doesn't he? Huge celebration. I just think that the fact that they reformed as well in 2018 for this and just invited everybody onto the stage at the end, I just think that is a really, really good way of just bringing everybody together, and I really do feel as though that is what this song does. It brings everybody together. I have a lot of respect for the Barenaked Ladies. When I did see them perform live very recently, in fact it was last week just before Christmas on the Christmas train, they just seemed like really normal guys. They were very, very funny. You could tell the humour, and it was just a really, really good show. We kind of left there feeling very, very, energised and just feeling really warm and happy. So what did you think to this little rendition of 1 week and If I Had $1 Million? And if you had $1 million or 2.38 million, what would you do? What would you do with the money? All I can say is I've enjoyed this reaction. It kind of took me back. It was very nostalgic. That being said, we are coming towards the end of 2025. So I hope that you get $1 million in 2026 and maybe you can buy me a monkey, who knows? In the meantime, guys, I will look forward to another music reaction with you very soon. Take care, have a very relaxing Boxing Day, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra, my loves.